Kickoff Classic, and we are excited to get this college football season underway. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Vols have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he's going to try to return this one. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will have the football first. And Jesse, if there's an old warhorse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So Tennessee's offense will get the ball for the first time. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start it off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves. He has the ability to galvanize them and an opportunity to galvanize this fan base early in the season with a big game here right out of the gate.
Power football with the run. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
And guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Volunteers moving quickly to the line. looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Gives it on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Boy, they love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. He caught it. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown ball! Quick strike through the air for the score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Barmore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Flips it out on the screen. Plows through the defense. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
The Noles come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on third. Grab near the sticks. It's Barmore. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Seminoles getting set on first and 10. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Fires to the big fella. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hilton. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? As they come over the football 1 minute to go here in the first. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. He's now up to 75 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. And the Vols have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? 2nd and goal for the offense. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And this offense is firing at all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And he makes the extra point. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Defense might bring the house here. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Quickly to the tight end. How about that weight room work? He's showing off there as he gets across the 20. They'll mark it at the 22.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Catch in the middle. It's Melton. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film.
And he makes the catch inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a 1st down in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got him. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Volunteers want to move quickly. He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. He's got his man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but here's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Trying play action. Rushes on him. Finds the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Slips a tackle. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's finish.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Vols look to do some damage in the red zone. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Takes a hit as he fires. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Snagged in the middle. It's Hilton. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. He's got his man, makes the grab. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. To the air on 2nd down. Finds a man in the middle. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon.
He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the 2nd half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter. There he goes. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Volunteers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown ball! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he's going to bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
To the air, it's Applewhite. He's got the tight end. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Yeah, and how about the defense? I mean, what unbelievable job in the secondary covering these receivers up. There's 5 wide, everybody's out wide. Quarterback's in the pocket.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job on the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
All right, drops are a part of football. It's a part of offense. What's really important for this quarterback now is to come back to the receiver, even after dropping that ball, to show him that you still got confidence in him, and you know it's a long game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking the shot. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Melton. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
To the air, it's Applewhite. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
The Seminoles decide to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick release by the QB. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Vols will punt it away on 4th down. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wenke, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was
a shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. No good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Hands it off. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
And the Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man quickly. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Open space at the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He wants to change this route. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top on first down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Looking to pass. It's Applewhite. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. So here is the Tennessee offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Volunteers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Gives it on the option. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Takes the easy completion. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Second down, he'll throw it. The throw to the outside is complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know.
Touchdown, Volunteer! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
Man, no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback, because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Barmore.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Going to the running game. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. To throw, it's Applewhite. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Wants to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Complete to start this drive. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense round to the football?
Off play action. Hit as he throws. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You got to throw, and what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him, and then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David, no question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead, the defense playing accordingly, now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it on the move. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Rides the back and leaves it. Got the first down and more. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Quickly complete. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get it, second guy finally did. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Still running at the 40. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch? The Seminoles will snap it on first and 10. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wideout. They just keep firing. He makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And the Noles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football. They want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game, but they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Here comes the heat. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive. You want to get touchdowns. You don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this, but now you get no points. And defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early this season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things.